Introducing the Ender 3 Max Neo, made by Creality. This is Imperfect Builds. Cue the epic music.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Obviously, we got the user manual. Probably don't need that because, you know, we don't need that. So we got a spool of filament. Nice. Creality filament, white. Got all this foam. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we have our display pad. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side over here. Let's go ahead. Okay, we have our spool reel. Well, the arm for it. Here's the spool reel. Power cable, scraper, all of our zip ties and tools that we're gonna need. We'll put that over here, put the power cord over there. So I'm gonna be timing myself as well for this video and let you guys know how long it actually takes to put this thing together. So here we got it. Here's the 3D printer. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I completely forgot to time myself. But what I am gonna tell you is that this complete setup only took me about 20 minutes. After editing the video, it roughly came out to about that long. Comes in dimensions of 300 by 300 by 320. So obviously it's bigger. It's a big, she's pretty big. So we are going to take it out and get to putting it together. But like I said, I'm gonna time myself and let you guys know actually how long this takes to put together. So our wires are kind of tied up here. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright guys, so we're getting the Z-axis arms mounted here. They drop into 2 slots on each side of the build plate here. Almost perfectly aligning your bolt holes. You do have to lift up on the arms just a little bit to get the bolts started. Make sure you start all 4 of your bolts first. That way you don't run into any issues with cross threading the bolts, and that if you tighten down one side first, you might have an off angle where you can't even get the bolt to start. So yeah, make sure you get those bolts started first. So I'm tightening them up all together, so I'll run them down on each side almost to where they're tight, and then I'll go back and forth and make sure they all tighten down together. That way they are even. It's almost like tightening down a tire. But so we're finishing up tightening these bolts now. The bolts are pretty long, guys, so take your time with them. There's no rush, no need to go crazy. Get them all nice and snug. Don't over tighten them. It's just aluminum. You'll strip it out. So I took the display off of the mount just so it would make it a little bit easier. It just slides up and out from the mount, and then you loosen the 3 retainer bolts and it slides right into the frame. It was kind of annoying to put on, but it's definitely easier to do when you take the display off. Then you just pop the display right back on and connect your wires behind the display. It didn't take me more than 5 minutes to do. So I know you guys can't really see it, but the spool is in the back left. It's the spool holder, and it actually, as you saw, I just pulled it forward. It moves to the back of the machine when you're not using it for storage, so that's pretty convenient, as you can see there. Alright, so make sure you guys take one of your little Allens, and as you just saw, I switched it from 230 to 115, your voltage, just depending on your current. And then we went ahead and plugged in the machine and got some power to her. Now I'm taking the plastic off the build plate here. It is a all glass build plate, so I went and cleaned off the build plate just to make sure there wasn't any residual stickiness from that plastic I pulled off of it. Now I'm feeling for bumps in the belt. Make sure the belt's nice and tight, and I'm adjusting my wheels on the build plate and on the extruder to make sure that there's no bumps, there's no function problems, and the belts are nice and tight, and I'm not going to have any issues when I go to make the first print. So this machine does have the auto level, feature with it, but before that I manually leveled it to 0.08 using a piece of paper, and then auto leveled it just to make sure everything was good. And then obviously you saw me put the spool of filament that came with the machine, and now we are preheating PLA and getting ready to make the first print. You guys know we had to print the boat just to do the stress test for the machine. This machine's awesome for beginners. It's super simple to set up. If you're looking to get into 3D printing, this is definitely a machine to look at. It has great size, so you can print a lot of different things on it, whatever you're looking to print. For the price range that this printer sits at, it has a lot of awesome capabilities that not many other printers in that price range can match up with, which I think it's about $389. But there's always sales going on Amazon or wherever you want to purchase it, so I'm sure you can find it a little bit cheaper. So if you got a little bit of extra money to spend and you want a little bit bigger machine, then this is definitely one to look at and check out. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. This is going to be the end of the video. Don't forget, nothing's perfect. I really appreciate it if you guys could hit the like and subscribe button down below, and leave a comment if you guys have any ideas or criticism for me. I'd really love to hear it. Thanks guys.